Assalamu'alaikum, little friends. Do you remember the story of Prophet Ayub alayhis-salam? He was famous for his patience. Prophet Ayub was tested by Allah with misfortune. All his wealth was gone, all his children passed away, and he suffered from a skin disease for 18 years. However, Allah returned everything many times over, including righteous children. One of them was Bashar, or as we know him, Prophet Dzhulkifli. Since childhood, Bashar grew up following his father's example. He was a kind-hearted, righteous and patient child. Bashar never got angry at others, not even a little bit. He was liked by the people of Sham, the Levant, because of his kindness and gentleness of heart. Bashar grew up in the land of Sham, which was led by a fair and wise king. However, the king was old and had no children to continue his leadership. He wanted to find a successor for his leadership by holding a contest. The king announced for all the people of Sham to gather. The people of Sham gathered, but they still looked confused by the king's order. In that crowd, Bashar was also seen, standing calmly. Not long after, the king came out of the palace and announced that he was getting old while he had no descendants, so he held a challenge to find a successor to the throne, with 3 conditions. People started whispering noisily. Meanwhile, the king continued his announcement. The 3 conditions were a person who can fast during the day, worship at night, and never get angry no matter what happens. Everyone immediately fell silent. Who could do such things? Fasting during the day, even though they had to work, and worshipping at night, even though their bodies were tired from working. Suddenly, Bashar raised his hand and said, "I am capable, O king." He broke the silence and surprised everyone. In front of all the gathered people of Sham and the king, he promised to keep that trust. The king then handed over all his power to Bashar, and he was appointed as king. Since then, his name changed to Dzhulkifli, which means the one who is capable of keeping a promise. Prophet Dzhulkifli carried out his duties faithfully. He led wisely and tried to meet his people's needs fairly. Prophet Dzhulkifli kept his promise to always fast during the day and always worship at night. He never broke a promise. Even though he was tired, he never complained. Because of this firmness, Prophet Dzhulkifli was appointed as a messenger prophet of Allah. His task was to guide his people to keep believing in Allah. One day, bad news came. There was a rebel group that wanted to overthrow Prophet Dzhulkifli and attack the land of Sham. Therefore, Prophet Dzhulkifli ordered his people to go to war. However, the people of Sham were afraid to join the war. They were afraid that if they died, no one would take care of their families anymore. Prophet Dzhulkifli listened and understood their intentions. Prophet Dzhulkifli then prayed to Allah to be given protection so that his people would be safe and no one would die killed on the battlefield. And do you know, little friends, Allah truly granted Prophet Dzhulkifli's prayer. They won the war without a single casualty. All troops returned safely and the people loved Prophet Dzhulkifli even more. However, Prophet Dzhulkifli's patience was still to be tested. Iblis, the devil, did not like his obedience and his very strong faith. Prophet Dzhulkifli was never seen angry or complaining while carrying out his duties and worship. At night, when Prophet Dzhulkifli was worshipping, Iblis disguised himself as an old grandfather and tried to make Prophet Dzhulkifli angry. The old grandfather asked permission to meet Prophet Dzhulkifli, but the guards had been given orders not to allow anyone to disturb him while worshipping. Prophet Dzhulkifli then asked the guards to ask the old grandfather to come to the court to deliver his message at the court. However, the old grandfather broke his promise many times and disturbed Prophet Dzhulkifli's rest and worship time. But he never got angry. He even waited for the old grandfather to come until he fell asleep in the courtroom. After waiting long enough for the grandfather's arrival, Prophet Dzhulkifli chose to retire. The guards were asked to not allow anyone to disturb his rest time. The old grandfather came again, but this time he couldn't do anything in front of the guards. He was annoyed at Prophet Dzhulkifli. The old grandfather snuck into Prophet Dzhulkifli's room and woke Prophet Dzhulkifli up. Prophet Dzhulkifli woke up, but he remained patient, not angry, and he realized that the old grandfather was Iblis trying to tempt him. After that, Iblis revealed himself and gave up because he couldn't make Prophet Dzhulkifli angry. Prophet Dzhulkifli's patience won. Subhanallah! Little friends, that is the story of Prophet Dzhulkifli. Hopefully we can learn to keep promises, not get angry easily, and always be patient whatever the trial is. Because Allah loves those who have good thoughts. Okay? Thank you for watching. See you in the next Prophet story. Wassalamu'alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.